Good Eastern time zone evening to everybody at twitch.tv/speedgaming3. It is good to see you all. Welcome to the SGL 2024 Timespinner Randomizer Tournament. This is the first match. I am joined in the booth by AC Zed. How's it going, Zed?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is going to be incredible. It's going to be an incredible year.
the seed settings for this year create a lot of orphan checks if you're willing to go for it, which is very risky. So I'm really excited to see how people are willing to play these out. You want to go into some of those changes we have?
Yes. So one of the main things that we had last year was that we did not start with the Teleria attachment, which is the Go Fast item. It's the dash item. This year we have changed that. We are starting with the Go Fast item, but as kind of a counterbalance to that, we are using the I Spy flag. And that means in order to break secret walls, you have to have the Oculus Ring in your possession. You don't have to have it equipped, but you do have to have found it. So, this is gonna be a really exciting race. There's gonna be all kinds of cool routing decisions that our runners are gonna make, and the race is afoot. So we should be seeing our runners take off any moment now.
Yep. Another big change, an entirely new setting that we have this year, is Prism Break, which decouples the 3 laser gate bosses from affecting the laser gates, which means defeating uh it's the twins slash golden idol, Elena, or the Maw will not affect that border. And our runners are off.
Yep, here they go. Yes, so those 3 laser gates are taken down by items that you find in the item pool alongside your berry pick-me-ups and your ethers. So those can be anywhere, as our runners start with Iron Minus and Corruption Plus. This is kind
At
of an
least
interesting start.
at least we've got some damage.
Sure. So, what our runners are trying to do is achieve the true ending of the game, which means they have to find all 5 pieces of the time spinner. They have to go and they have to go to the ancient pyramid, and then they have to complete the game by completing the 2 bosses at the end of the ancient pyramid. Now, we don't know what those bosses are going to be because the bosses have been shuffled this year, so they could be anywhere. This could include some really just unfortunate locations for bosses, especially early, but that's part of the excitement. Pretty much everybody here is going to be good enough to deal with whatever they're given, especially given this damage randomization. Even Corruption Plus is going to be good enough to take out any of the first bosses that they're going for here.
Maybe except for one, because we can now always access Cantoran. But fortunately, unlike last year, we do have an option. You can now opt into fighting Cantoran, so you're not stuck on the left side of the map in Lake Serene if you go through that room.
That is true. Yeah, before it was kind of a risk that you had to take. Going to the left of Lake Serene means that you would be stuck unless you found a way out of the left side. You would have to fight that canter in order to get back to the right side. So we have some
Cantoran's got
minor.
like a lot of HP.
He has a
It's like
bunch of HP. He's sort of a late game boss, like
2,500.
sneaky difficult boss. Honestly.
Yeah, fortunately, we can now opt into that fight, and we get to see what boss it is before going for it. So that
Yep.
was a really nice change. Everyone liked that change.
Yep, it's really nice. I want to shout out. I believe it was Triumphant Base who put in that change.
I do
We had a
believe
bit.
that
It
was
looks
one.
like we had a bit of technical difficulties, but that was also a little bit of divergence. It looks like Ladybunne. I think she just prefers to be called Bun. Bun went off to the right immediately. Urza went ahead and checked the left and grabbed that portal. Right now, it doesn't look like much has changed in terms of progression, but as Bun goes through the castle, she will look like she has the lead, but she will also need to do that same walk that Urza did to go to the left side.
Yeah, I believe Bun went for a strategy we saw a lot last year, where it it was you go and you tag the upper warp, then go down towards Bat Ledge, so that you have that warp point if you are capable of getting warp shards.
Yep.
Or
That's
if you happen to pick one up off of a random enemy drop or as a random item, or if you happen to find vertical and are able to buy 9 of them.
yeah, and it's
So,
fun because that was kind of halfway through the tournament that kind of became the de facto strat. However, the exciting thing about that is that strat gets a little bit worse this year because unless you have the Oculus Ring, that item that's behind that breakable wall is no longer accessible to you. So you're kind of just going down there just to get the portal. And speaking of the Oculus Ring, there is an early Oculus Ring. So
yep,
um,
early Oculus, and we just saw Succubus hairpin on
oh,
Bun's side, which is
yeah,
our double jumps, and that gets us access to all of Royal Towers, or
that's
at least most of it.
everything except for what we call the struggle juggle and Ilana's attic.
Yeah, like I said, all of it. Uh, I'm a huge fan of clearing out as much as I can and then hard orphaning certain checks.
Yeah, I mean it's only
Um,
one check.
it's
What could it
only
cost you? The race?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? I lose the entire race, so no. You
So
get
yeah,
2
there's a
losses.
bunch of routing decisions. We have okay, cool. I'm just trying to get through some of these little glitches. It looks like Crimson Vortex is plus, and that brings up damage randomization, which is one of the settings that we have on. Basically, if you see a plus behind the name of an orb, that means it has been buffed. If there's no plus or minus behind it, then it is normal. If it's minus, it has been nerfed. So Crimson Vortex Plus is a buffed spell, and it's a pretty powerful one. Kind of slow moves like a force ball from Shang Tsung across the screen. Very exciting because not a lot of bosses are weak to that element, but if they are, they're some of the more uh, difficult ones to get chaining a bunch of damage on. So
Yeah, I mean it's weak against a lot of them actually. Jeez,
yeah,
one. It's weak against like half of the bosses, but it's strong against 4, which isn't a terrible number.
yeah.
Since
The
most damage types are strong against like 2, maybe 3.
so we got a sash.
I did pick that up. That's our infinite vertical. Well, one
That
of
is
2.
our infinite vertical, the good infinite vertical. I guess for some applications, it doesn't deal any damage. However, it is does not require you repeatedly cast spells. And I think that was our first trap of the seed on Bun's side. It was a meteor sparrow trap. Spawns in a couple meteor sparrows that take aim at you immediately. It looks like Urza has taken sort of the same route. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
the
that
ancient
was
pyramid. Oh,
pyramid
the
warp.
bun almost took a death there, but that
Yeah,
ancient pyramid,
that cutscene almost killed Bun, but we're fine. Everything is fine. We're
everything's
gonna see
fine.
a we're gonna see the idol play here.
Yeah, there's kind of like a separation in ideas of when to approach this boss spot. So there is a bit of a quirk. Yeah, okay. So Bun goes ahead and says, you know, this is going to take too long. Genza warps around and doesn't take damage, and plus, like it's strong again, like we were saying, strong against
Genza
their number
Genza is
one.
strong against one type of damage, and it is the blunt type, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, and
which is
their
exactly
tool.
our main source. Well, not main. Iron was
Well,
minus.
yeah, Iron Blade is also minus. They
It
do
was
have
it was
economizer
against.
ring.
Oh, I missed that. I
Yeah,
score
and
it.
there's a plus icicle ring. So
So now I'm hoping to see win neutral, win plus. I want one of these runners to use the ice machine gun.
oh,
I'm, I want to use that in one of my races. That
ice machine gun. For those who don't know, wind orb fires off as quickly as you can hit the button, pretty much, and icicle ring goes and shoots an icicle out of the tip of your weapon's arc. So If you can hit the wind orb button enough, more quickly enough, then you just get icicles firing as fast as you can tap the button. It's pretty fun to do. It can produce a significant amount of damage, especially against certain bosses that may be weak to
one or both.
to one or both. We did see a Maw Cave entrance teleport there on Urza's side, so we have 2 of our 3 Pyramid Key locations. Unfortunately, we don't have any present access right now.
No, but
and this
we
would be a
are.
good time to bring up another one of the flags that we have that's
Yes,
new.
past. Well,
The
a
past
a
wheel.
present.
Yeah.
Present wheel and spindle. We're in
Present,
the past already.
we are in the past, but you used them in the past. It's the wheel and spindle warp. Oh, and we have, and this is what I was going to say about the twins here. You actually are going to be able to, for like maybe a frame or two, see what the reward for this boss is. So that spot that Bun started that boss fight, and it was Genza. So what's going to happen here is for a frame or two after Urza wins this fight, you're going to be able to see what the item is. And if that item's nothing, then there is no reason to fight the boss at that location. So,
Unfortunately,
we'll
this is going to be a really, really rough fight for our runners.
yeah,
We do not have strong damage types for this.
Yeah, it's
Our Iron Orb dealing, what is that, 8 damage?
yeah, it's
Not great.
not
This
a
boss
ton.
is 2,000 health.
2,000 health is a lot. Looks like we got 9 there. I think I can't really make out what the number is. Yeah, it's 9. So that's
9,
good at
yeah.
least. But Bun's gonna be rolling into this fight, and we've got Librarian Hat, Trendy Jacket, which is not really what you want to boost your damage.
I did see our runners pick up a Shadow Seal, so that might be good here.
Yeah, the
Bun's
Shadow
just
Seal,
opting
and
out.
Bun's
I
just
don't
saying
hate
no
this.
thanks.
I
You
don't
know,
hate this. It's going to be a really slow. I mean, you are losing out on 4 items, but
I mean, we're talking, there's no other reason besides the items that are behind this boss, the 4 items, there is no other reason to actually beat this boss. It doesn't really do anything because of the Prism Break flag. So Urza's actually reached the halfway point of this boss. You don't see that Saw Blade until the Golden Idol is at half HP, so should be an interesting second half of this. 9 damage at a time. I guess after healing, yeah, it is a... Yeah. Unfortunately, with the Shadow Seal, it is a multiplier, and multiplying low numbers does not give you high numbers.
it does not, unfortunately.
So yeah,
we'll get there eventually. We've got that Crimson Vortex for 14.
Yep.
We'll get there eventually.
Really, there's no danger of losing the fight. It's just...
Yeah, these runners are good enough where most fights outside of any of our dad likes without vertical, like, we're not really at risk too much of dying.
Yeah, you look, Urza's down at 46 HP, which I think is still 2 hits away, which is fine. Is now dealing 11 damage per swing thanks to that Shadow Seal. Slowly.
Yeah. Now we're in
surely.
the damage. 11? That's only 200 hits.
It's over 10.
That's 2 numbers. That's like a lot.
Oh, okay. So now you're in danger of dying. And uses the high potion, takes a couple of hits real quick here just to get back up to 8 damage at least.
There we go.
Oh,
and what was it?
All right, I'm trying to see what
As we are rejoined with Bun, who went to the Maw Caves.
Yeah, it looks like
Got that
that
jackpot
was.
room.
Yeah, it was also.
And
I
that's the
believe
right
it
way
was
to
a
go.
sand bottle. Oh, and there's the present warp on Bun's side in the jackpot room. So crazy
Present
good.
warp. And we found a nether orb.
Yeah, that's a
We've
plus
got
nether
damage.
orb.
We've got damage. Not
Yeah, and
really looking
that's
for
blunt
orbs.
damage. So retracing your steps all the way up through the tower could actually be the play, given you have blunt damage that is plus rather than blunt damage that is minus against a boss that is weak to blunt damage.
Yeah, if we ever see Bun return, assuming that she they ever do. We're gonna see numbers a little bit higher than 8 or
I mean,
11.
I would say that if Bun returns, things have gone very poorly for her.
I would
Uh,
say so as well.
but that
But
is a Varndegrade library warp. Very convenient to buy
we've
warp
got no
shards.
key cards. We've got no key cards. We've got no tablet. So there's not too much value in the library. We've got the backer room, but
Yeah, and well, there's also
oh, there was a key card up there.
well,
Uh,
that's the B. Wow,
did
V card and B card on Urza's side. Urza opting to go Lake Serene.
oh, Bun warped over. That's
Yeah.
why she doesn't have them.
Oh, there's an
Gotcha.
Empire Crown, an Eye Orb, a Jin Inferno Plus in the
Jin Inferno
library, but
Plus.
there's the D
We've
card. Okay.
Whoa.
This is gonna be interesting.
There's one of our new traps.
Oh, you know what?
Blinking, you miss it.
That's a good call. Planeswater pointed out while we were frozen a little bit, Urza has picked up a gear somewhere, and that may be behind Ilana.
That might have been. Fortunately,
So,
Fortunately for Bun, I'm not sure how much we're gonna be seeing here. We've found all of our important key cards. C card
A
locks
card.
1 check.
Uh,
Well, technically more if you never find your elevator key card, but like, who's doing the libraries without elevator card?
that is an A key card, which takes Bun to the Zarian Caves.
Yeah,
Almost
so that's
definitely
probably going to be a divergent, or not divergence, but a distraction from where she needs to be, which is the Lake Serene area.
Yeah, at this point, I would say the Zarian Caves gotta have the wheel or something. That would be huge for Bun, I think.
Wheel would be huge.
Or just warping to Lake
Tablet.
Serene, but unfortunately,
warping to Lake
no
Serene.
water mask can't go anywhere there.
We're going back. We'll be fine. But Bun's kind of in a weird spot because we don't exactly know where that wheel was. It could have been on Struggle Juggle, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah, it's we
probably
don't really
behind
know.
Elena.
If it is behind Alana, then I don't know. Maybe the time save from doing it later and having way more damage per second doesn't really hurt Bun that much. But this is Bun's. Bun started playing this game in July, so we have no idea how she runs this game. We don't know the strats. We have Urza. I think this is the Azure Queen spot, right? With Emperor Nuvius. Fighting another boss. I mean, that Nether Orb that Bun found is actually huge here, and the Jin Inferno Plus. That's Urza definitely has the progression advantage, but I don't know how long that's gonna last now that Bun has this damage. And she's doing this with fire, which Urza did not have fire while coming to Lake Serene.
Yes.
So
Bun is going to make up a lot of time off of the plus Nether Orb alone. Honestly.
yeah, plus Nether Orb and Jin Inferno Plus are going to be gigantic finds here.
Yeah, this. So, on the left side of our screen is one of those dad likes I mentioned earlier. Dad is only weak to plasma, so any extra damage really helps there. So
Yeah,
having that
Urza's
plus orb is going to be really good for Bun and that Jin Infernos.
Yeah, Urza's main advantage here is that I could almost guarantee that Ladybunne will last location behind Ilana. Oh,
And
did
that was
Urza
a
take a death
to our
there?
dad.
And Urza just saying, screw this, and going to the ancient pyramid.
And here, see how much faster this fight is going to be for Bun, and so much safer. Seeing use of one of the only allowed glitches.
Yeah, the Jin Inferno glitch. If you cast Jin Inferno with the right cadence, and really it's not that hard to do, you basically don't have to use Aura.
Yeah, it's pretty much just before it despawns proper.
Yeah, like
Like,
any time before it despawns proper, and also just not too quick.
yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, the advantage right now I would say goes to Bun, but only slightly because again, I can see Bun last locationing behind Alana. Nobody wants to. Oh,
Ooh,
there's a
there's our tablet.
tablet.
That's
All
that's
right.
another spot
Well, and
that
I
Bun
think
has slightly orphaned.
the pendulum maybe swings the other way again. This
Well,
is very interesting.
well, at the same time, how long do you leave those group of 3 checks? Because I don't believe that she got that ledge either. So it's more enticing than going back for 1 I Spy check, because you have those 2 vertical checks as well.
That is true. And I think definitely that before. Oh, there's an Eternal Coat down there. That's really nice. That is the best armor in the game for defense and offense.
Yep, that is our best in slot for
Oh, no.
for armor.
Urza finding a plasma orb minus. That is his third minus orb. Has no real sense of melee damage right now. And we'll just see how this routing goes. For right now, again, like I don't know. I mean that tablet might be huge. Ladybunne did go through the library already, and Urza has not, for instance. So Urza will be getting all of those tablet checks first time into the library as soon as he eventually goes to Mocktaves, which I don't know if he's ever going to do at this rate.
If he wasn't paying attention, he might not realize that that's a spot that he should be going.
That is true. That is true. If he doesn't realize that that is where the portal ended up going.
Yeah, I have 100% spaced those cutscenes before, and fortunately, it's never come back to get me, but it absolutely could.
Yeah, so we have engineer check here, which is a popular check. Was that gas mask? No, it was a food synthesizer. It's a little blurry on our end because of the 2 streams, but that would have been a large find because gas mask. Oh, does he see it? He sees it now. Okay. I don't know if he saw that before. So
yeah, could have been something he missed, but
ooh, there's
there's one of our laser access items.
Yep.
They're real. We didn't make them up.
For reference, again, 3 of those will give you access to the right side of the present, including the military hangar and Amadeus's laboratory and Emperor's Tower, which does not exist. And hey, there's our C card on Ladybunne's side. So we'll see where she goes. Hovering over library right before it froze there, so we'll see.
Might be going to get those, or to get the D card checks as well as go into library proper. With that C card, can do most of it, I think.
Yeah, with the C card, you have everything except for the stuff that's strictly elevator locked. So, Urza will be picking up some actual damage here any day now.
We think.
Yeah, we didn't see where Bun got that damage, but a Midnight Cloak is technically better damage than what Urza has right now, but not good enough to keep. So he saves and quits out of that. And there's the Nether Orb. And locations of
finally
damage like that are why we do not.
Oh.
There's the elevator key card right next to where you would use
the elevator key? Who put the elevator key card in the library?
What?
Somebody didn't. Somebody's getting fired for that.
I did roll the seat, so.
Well, you didn't put it there. You just generated the randomizer.
That's true. So, Bun clearing out the first spider hell of the game here. Those laser spiders are really annoying. You can't deboost through them, and you like to deboost. People like deboosting.
Yes.
Bun coming here without the tablet. Gonna regret that. Yep. All right, turning around. And this is kind of what
I
I'm talking
forget that
about.
that's a tablet check a lot too.
Yeah, the tablet is a bigger deal than just, Bun's obviously going to get it, but it's really the double dips that Urza's not going to be taking, that Bun is at risk, especially since she is already double dipping Ilana's tower.
Yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate because it really doesn't seem like she wants to go back for those checks.
I mean, I wouldn't. I think at that point you just say, you know what? If something's there, I'll pay the price. There's the wheel, though.
There's our wheel.
That is behind the elevator key card, which Urza will, again, probably get in stride, assuming he goes hard right here. I don't know why without the C card he wouldn't, but we see here Urza in the library, full clearing this library, except, nope, he's got the V card too. And there's Varney. There went Varney.
Goodbye, Varney. Varney is weak to fire.
Yep.
Our Jin's Inferno already does a lot of damage and is also a fire damage source. So it deals a lot of damage.
And it's a low... Oh, there's a throw stun trap. Oh, clipped through the stairs.
Urza getting sent the other direction, losing a little bit of time.
So that was the vanilla
that
Varnagroth spot. So that is...
yeah. Those throw traps are silly. I love those.
Yeah, those throw traps are new. And whoa.
There's another gear.
There is a gear that we haven't seen yet. So tower's loaded.
Yeah, library's got our goods.
There's so much. Oh my gosh.
This is not great for Bun because those are both pretty in stride for Urza's route here.
We have a Sellen's Bangle in the V room, which is kind of nice. It doubles the experience that you get. And yeah, the deeper into the seed we get, there's got to be some weird, like a Zarian cave dip at this point, I believe, would be.
Yeah, there's a Zarian cave dip would be probably the weirdest. Or you know what? Put it in the captain's cap chest. That's where our last gear is. I'm using my commentator powers and cursing them.
Okay.
Even though you rolled the seed.
Well, we're gonna find out if it's in Zarian Caves because here goes Ladybunne. This is a great call, honestly. It's a lot of experience. You have Jin Inferno Plus. It's gonna nuke basically everything here. You have an Eternal Coat. You're not gonna die. Like there's the main downside of this is you go a really long way before finding a check in Zarian Cave. And say there's a gear here, right? Urza's only gonna have to do however deep into Zarian Caves it is until you get that gear, where if Bun finds that gear and finishes the cave and there's nothing else in that cave, since it's kind of like a popular leaf node spot for a lot of people's routing trees, then that means Bun is kind of doing more than the other player will. However, if you find a gear at Zarian, people are known to get all the way to Zarian and then just leave. So that's something that could be possible that could get Bun a little bit, a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely. Zarian is one of our very late game bosses, so we got a lot of health, does a lot of damage. Just not something people want to mess with for one check.
Yeah, so far tablets have not yielded much. We got a lab coat, which is nice, but Bun has an Eternal Coat already.
Orb minus, we do not care.
Do not care. All right, so nothing so far in Zarian Caves for Bun. Again, kind of, she's hoping that Zarian himself is going to have the goods here.
Yes, Urza's tracker does seem to be cut off.
Yeah,
with the addition of...
does have a card, yeah.
2 more items, I believe their tracker crop got a little bit messed up.
Yeah, there is Prism Break is new, so the Prism Break part of the tracker is also new. And so Bun's gonna go ahead and fight Zarian. Yeah, there's Urza's second gear, so right now Urza is Unless, I guess, the pyramid is flooded. We don't really know, right? Like, if the right
Yeah.
side of the pyramid is flooded. Unless the right side of the pyramid is flooded, Urza is a gear away from go mode here.
Well, Urza went into there earlier, so he might know. And there's our last gear behind Zerion. That is great for Bun.
That's a great
We now just
sign
need
for
her to
Bun.
backtrack to towers.
It's really just a... Wait.
And?
He's doing it? Oh, wow.
We've got unfinished business in towers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. We still need a
Hold
laser
on.
axe. Or no, we don't need a laser axe. Oh my
No,
god.
we don't. We've got
We've got the
we've got
pyramid
our warp.
Oh my goodness.
Now we just don't know if there's water.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We have no idea if it's water. I'm guessing because Urza went to the pyramid already. He's here. We're about to
Urza
see if it's flooded.
might have died.
Might have died.
like.
But not flooded.
Might have died
so
or might have just got through to the
It's-
first warp.
is a massive waste of time for Urza. I don't know if because Bun's about to just go ahead and grab this last gear and be in go mode. There it is. Much quicker
Such
fight.
a faster fight.
Right.
We've got the big meatball. We've got plus orbs.
I have to make a note to tell Bun that she can hit start to skip that dialogue in the future.
And
there's
there it
that
is.
gear. Well,
She is on her way.
how about a jet seed for your first race of the season? How about that jet seed, huh?
Yes, these are what we like to see. They are a bit terrifying if you're a runner. But like, we love to see these as commentators. Very entertaining.
There's a couple things because Bun does not have the tablet, does not have the V card, so there are other things that Bun could have done, but I don't know if it was just like a feeling.
Sometimes,
it's in the back of your
sometimes you
head.
just missed it, and I mean the qualifier seed.
Yeah.
I know. I personally, I never saw the Oculus ring. As far as I was aware, it was locked in an Oculus spot.
Yeah, from
And that was fine with me.
From what I saw in the qualifier, and this is kind of an interesting story of the qualifier, there seemed to be a stratification of people who found Oculus Ring and people who did not find Oculus Ring. Because it was all bait.
Yeah. Yeah, I only ever used my water mask once, and it was the one required time.
Here we go. We've got
one more plus orb for the road.
Penultimate boots. Right, so
5,000 HP.
2 bosses. Yep, a lot of HP here. Jin Inferno, not strong against boots, not even neutral against boots, but it is Jin Inferno. So, hashtag good enough.
It's good enough. Nothing strong against boots. For those watching, nothing is strong against boots. We all just cry when we see boots on one of these 2 spots.
Yeah, nothing strong against boots, and nothing like there's really only weaknesses against boots, which you're seeing here with fire type damage. And there you go.
And that's one.
And who's the next one? And it's something
Sandman
that's
is weak to fire. Goodbye.
So this could not take very long at all. So we will see a dot done here, and that includes a nice exclamation point, which you will see why the community likes to do exclamation points as their GG of choice.
You know, for a new runner to this game, GG's, exclamation points.
Exclamation points in chat for Bun?
For a new runner, what a brilliant showing.
Absolutely great. Like, the execution was good. Just the decision to really just go for Zarian Caves, and then the decision to really go back and, I mean, instead of doing these one-off checks, going up and getting those 4 items that are behind Ilana, beat that boss very quickly, and was able to get those checked really quickly, get herself in go mode, and go take care of business at the end game.
Yeah, Batty Mass Index in the chat. Wonderful runner. Bringing up not fighting those bosses, like looking in and then ducking out of those bosses was probably to her favor.
I would say so. There's, you know, every season there's some sort of new strat that emerges in the middle of the tournament, right? So maybe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a meta where we're not fighting a lot of early bosses unless we have the damage. I think there's gonna be a lot of double dip towers.
Especially if you've got the sash. Like, the towers just don't take long to retread. I think there was a lot of just really great inspired routing here from Bunne, able to just jet through this seed. I mean, I was worried when Ilana had a gear. I was like, I don't know if that's something that Bunne's ever going to go back and check. But yeah.
It's okay to skip items so long as you're keeping them in mind.
Yep.
You know what? It's okay to skip items if you are either keeping them in mind to come back later, or you are so dedicated to your cause of skipping them that you are okay with losing on those items.
Yeah, you just call your
You either gotta be okay or keep them in mind.
Yep. So, with this win, Bunne will be facing Batty Mass Index in round 2. Got the tournament bracket pulled up here. Batty Mass Index, the number 2 overall seed from our qualifiers, so should be a pretty fast-paced race again. This was, I cannot stress enough, an absolute jet seed. I think out of all of the practice seeds that we've had, and out of the qualifier, like, this is the fastest seed for sure so far this season.
Yeah, I've not seen many that are below 35. I think I've seen maybe 1.
Yeah.
So this is quite impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it really was that Zarian dip, and I love the Zarian dip with Jin Inferno Plus. Even if it doesn't pay off, it makes every other check faster because of how much experience you're getting in that caves. And here goes Urza into Zarian Caves. It's the correct play. This is just a wild way to start this tournament.
Honestly, would you have it any other way?
I wouldn't. I was looking for some fire here, and we got some fire. Urza, going into the round 1 of the losers bracket, let's see here, will face the well, it looks like Urza's got a little bit of a wait. He's got a bye in the losers round. He's got to wait. Oh, I guess not necessarily so. Oh yeah, no, that's interesting. So the second round matchup between the winner of myself and Arrow Razor has to face up against Lunar Ray Games, who is the developer of Timespinner, and then the loser of that race goes on to face Urza in the losers bracket. So that's what Urza has to look forward to. We've got a good, healthy 26 runners this year, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant showing. 26 people is it's so awesome to see this community grow and have more people join. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, you get your hands on this game and you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, there are some people that are adverse to it because they like the Metroid side of Metroidvanias more, but I've gotten a lot of people to play this game and go, oh, this is awesome. People that are normally very Metroid people.
Yeah. When you get that movement, there's really nothing quite like it. All right, Urza is
Waffle
coming
Soup
up
with the raid.
on. Oh yeah, Waffle Soup, thanks for the raid. Another
entrant.
In. Oh my gosh, he's doing it. I said it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh no.
I shouldn't have said
Like we
anything.
said, people don't like fighting
No!
Zerion.
I shouldn't
But
have
we're going
said
up here to
anything.
Spider Hell instead? Oh
Oh,
no, we're using our C card. Okay.
oh yeah, he's fighting Varney instead of Zarian. Oh, Urza. I'm gonna see. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get an invite. I'm thinking the invite did not go out. For. Okay, for Bun to join us in the commentary. The commentary booth.
Yeah. Would love to get her in here and talk about it.
Yeah, I mean we have plenty of time.
You
lot
never
of
know
time
when
left
Urza's gonna
over.
turn around.
Well, no, I mean is like for
Hey.
the schedule. We're way under
Oh,
our
in the
schedule.
schedule. Oh yeah, because we had a full hour.
Yeah. Hello, Bun and GG.
Hello.
Hi, thank you. How's it going?
Oh, it's
awesome.
we're out of breath.
Yes.
Got so much going on. You made all the right calls, it looks like.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
Yeah, going back to we were afraid that you were just never gonna go back to Ilana's tower.
Hmm. Yeah, combat was pretty bad at the start, but then things kind of picked up around the time that Jin Inferno appeared. Surprise, surprise. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, shocker there.
Urza
Yeah.
did go ahead and finish. Oh, Urza got a water mask. Oh, that's good.
The
Mr.
water
Oh
mask.
my god.
Oh no.
Oh, just as a bit of a background here, Bun, Urza went all the way to the Zarian teleport and then backed out of it. So
Oh no.
yeah, it's
Did
I
he
don't
have
think
Jin
Urza's
Inferno
ever going to
or?
go back to Zarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of just did it on a whim. I don't even really know why. I was like, may as well. But
I mean,
turned out to be a very good call.
Yeah, Jin Inferno, again, I was saying earlier, Jin Inferno Plus in Zarian Caves is actually really awesome.
Yes.
And lets you clear out that place pretty quickly. So
Yes, indeed.
it was not a bad play at all. I actually quite liked it. And hey, it worked. So
Somehow. Yeah.
it worked out.
I noticed something about the key cards. I don't think they were on progressive because I got A first.
No, they're not on progressive.
Yes, we are on specific key cards.
Interesting.
Not progressive.
I have been practicing on progressive. Whoops. That's
Whoops.
fine.
Right.
I guess it
yeah.
didn't really matter.
Well, now you know. Or
Yeah.
hopefully that wasn't too big of a throw for you.
Oh, it was fine. I was like, did something go wrong or have I made a mistake? But it was fine.
No, yeah, that's the,
No,
that's the
you
intended.
far from made mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you basically did
that
everything
was-
but make mistakes.
It was nuts. Yeah, no deaths. My fastest ever seed. The moment I saw the sash, I was like, oh god. And then things kind of just went fine from there. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we liked your plays of sometimes going in and seeing what the bosses were, but just noping out. Like, I don't got the damage for this. I'm just gonna leave.
I would never want to do that. It was just, yeah, really poor damage at the start of the seed. So it felt like the pragmatic decision.
Yeah, and with the sash, it's quick to just zoom back up those towers if you need to. It was just a big worry that maybe you just last location that, but you went right on back, and it worked out.
It was really silly. When I was thinking about it, I was like, there's like 4 checks. I should probably do it. And then, yeah, whoops. I guess that was go mode.
Yeah, Urza did that fight and got that gear early, obviously. But the fight took him like 10 times longer than it took you because you did it later in the seed. So
Yeah, Iron Orb at that point was dealing approximately 8 damage with Shadow Seal, 11 if you were really low.
yeah, if you were 2 hits from death, it was doing 11. So not a ton of damage.
It was quite scary.
Yeah. I struggle a lot with low damage orb situations. I think the start of the run is like easily the hardest. So I'm glad that it sort of didn't really matter that much this seed.
Yeah, 100%. The start of the run can be the trickiest part.
I really hope Urza doesn't.
Like if you're gonna see a death, it's not gonna be late. It's gonna be early.
I really hope Urza doesn't find another laser gate.
That would be the worst timeline for this seed for Urza.
Yeah. I think Zarian's a weird one because there's a lot of checks on the way, particularly if you get A early, and they feel like valuable checks because they're like early spheres. But like Zarian itself is so much work for just one check.
Yeah, it really is.
Not
I
in
mean,
this
with Jin
seed.
Inferno, and you ended up getting Vanilla Zarian.
Yes.
So with Jin Inferno, not really much of an issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3,000 or some odd HP. Just I'll just
Gone.
cast a fireball and it'll deal, I don't know, like a fifth of your health. Goodbye.
Yeah. And then Sandman is final boss with like
Yeah, that was a really
didn't
nice
even
one to
matter.
see there,
Yeah.
considering your options.
He's going back. All right. No, this is Ma.
Oh, this is
Oh,
Ma.
God.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
Laser gate. No,
dear.
Urza.
More like laser bait.
Laser bait.
Oh, jeez. Not what you want to see. Well, you are facing off against Batty Mass Index next round, Bun.
Cool.
Are you familiar with his game?
No, not even slightly.
Yeah, he is a speedrunner of the game. He is the second overall seed from his performance in the qualifier.
Great.
Um,
Fantastic.
very established. But you know, I think you might have that beginner runner's luck, which is always fun. And this randomizer is wide open. Let's be real.
Yeah.
This randomizer is wide open. I think any race is anyone's game. So
Yeah,
Very kind of you to say.
So long as you just keep making right decisions, which, granted, we all know is hard. We've all played randomizers before. It's not the
Yeah.
easiest thing to do.
the laser gates are just
But,
sending
like-
Urza off in the complete wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
You've
mean,
definitely got an uphill battle in your brackets, but if this was anything to show, nothing's impossible. You got
there's
this.
Kobo, so there's another distraction.
Oh dear. Yeah, I could not believe it when I gold as quickly as I did. I was like, wow, this is like 10 minutes faster than my PB, which like should not be happening in a race, but here we are, I guess.
Absolutely jet seed
That's
for
how
sure.
randomizer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's this rando. It is swingy like that, and it is anyone's race really.
Yeah, a thing that I don't think we ever mentioned is this randomizer generates in a vastly different way to most randomizers, where everything is generated randomly and then it is validated for completion after the fact.
Oh,
Yes, that is one of the key things about this randomizer. A lot of times people are used to randos that make sure you can access every item or access every location. This one just randomly places all the items and just checks to see if it's beatable.
interesting.
Yep. So if that's
So-
not something you knew, now you know. Don't
that is really good
necessarily
to know.
go chasing progression.
Oh, he's
Everything
going
is
back. He
placed
doesn't want to
randomly.
do flooded lab.
The flooded lab, the biggest deterrent.
Yeah, that's such a good
All right.
choice.
Finally, he ran into something that stopped him.
Yeah. Yeah, that means that if Gen is not based on spheres, then it's theoretically a uniform distribution. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a uniform distribution. There's no guarantee
Yeah, the odds.
that every
the odds
item
that
is
anything-
accessible.
So
I know
this check
you
velocity.
came from
Yeah.
from the Archipelago community, which does operate off of a reverse fill, if I remember correctly. Yeah, not like that. Just kind of got to check everything. You're not necessarily
Yeah.
chasing progression.
That's good to know.
There's our final gear for Urza.
Nice.
Yep, Urza's picked up the final gear.
Urza has already done the pyramid, so no real trek there. Gonna finish up this seed very, very quickly. He's had a Sellen's Bangle on for quite a bit, so he's like level 1 billion.
Wow.
Yep. 500 HP. That's a lot of HP.
That is a lot of HP.
But still gotta fight through boots first. 500 is a lot, but 5,000 is more.
I think Boots took longer than Sandman for me, which is
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Boots is strong
absolutely
against that
should've.
default, though. Yeah.
The difference in HP between Sandman and Nightmare, the boss locations, which are the second to last and last boss, is 5,000 to 6,666 exactly.
Hmm.
So going from
That's a lot of
dealing
detail.
a quarter damage to dealing double, or half to double, not a quarter
Yeah, half
to
the
double.
double is. Yeah, it's a
It
huge difference.
doesn't matter that there's an extra 1,000 some odd HP tacked on there.
Yeah.
It's a 4 times increase.
And there you go.
And
Exclamation points in chat for
Second
Urza.
exclamation points for Urza. Welcome on in, Urza.
Welcome on in.
Hey.
I have now learned my lesson. Do not fight bosses.
Do not fight bosses, laser baits, and anything
Water mask?
else, really.
Yeah.
Water mask was bait.
I fought 2 different bosses on that initial Iron Ward minus. The second one killed me, and I just didn't learn my lesson. The only thing that Golden Idol fight got me was that I didn't have to do the Golden Idol spot. I was just like, ugh. It just cascaded into failures from there.
Yeah, it was a rough. It was a rough seed, and just as like I'm gonna give you some background here. So Bun definitely dipped out of that Golden Idol at Alana spot, which had a gear behind it, and then went back as basically running out of checks. Went back to Alana's tower and snagged that gear for go mode. So that's kind of how the story of the seed went. You picked up some serious bait along the way.
Oh yeah.
For instance, Bun never got the tablet, never got the water mask.
I figured the water mask was bait when I got it, but I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
Where was the tablet again?
It was, I believe. Oh gosh, I don't even remember. It was behind a wall.
It
I
was
know
behind
that.
a key card, maybe,
I
or
think
was it a
behind
wall?
a wall? So it was Oculus Ring block.
Because, Bun, I don't remember if you ever went back to library once you had your key cards.
I think I remember where it was.
Okay.
I think I did.
think it was in,
I went to Undergrowth.
It was in Rat Cave, the Rat Cave breakable wall.
Oh, yeah.
The Rat Cave breakable. Right.
Yep, I did do it back for that.
Yeah,
That's right
you
there.
went there and you routed in that with the bat ledge, and yeah, that tablet ended up not mattering. Clearly, there was a lot that could have gone wrong for you in this seed. If you look at the respective trackers, you can kind of see there was a route that could have been taken. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I wasted at least 6 or 8 minutes on boss fights that I didn't need to fight.
Yeah, there was a lot of time hitting with a very weak hammer.
Yeah, that was highly garbage, and I need to learn my lesson.
Well, story of the tournament.
I think
Go
that's going to be the story of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
The story of the tournament's going to be there's a route, and there's not damage. I think is going to be the big things for this tournament that players will learn.
Yeah. And we are all kind of waiting for that strat that gets adopted in the middle of the tournament, and maybe it's just bosses aren't required. We need items. Let's just not do bosses. Maybe that's the meta that's going to develop over the course of this tournament.
I mean,
That feels correct.
as soon as I had Nether Plus, it was just like, okay, bosses are fine now. If I had waited for that Nether Plus, I think I would have been a lot better off. I'm also mad at myself for skipping the Zarian boss, but what can I do?
Yeah, we were like, oh, so he's going to be finishing up soon, and then you warped away. I was like, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I almost never fight that boss because I'm never confident in it. Also, the number of vanilla bosses, because Varney was vanilla,
Yeah.
he was vanilla, Sandman was French vanilla.
Yeah, it was
I don't remember
odd.
Any others? Yeah.
All right.
I don't
so
think any of the other ones could have been.
Water Mask was vanilla.
Water Mask was vanilla.
Yeah, that was really funny.
The next round of this tournament, we had already gone over this. Bun will be going up against Batty Mass Index, which is going to be a tough matchup, but Again, I think this randomizer is such that anything can happen. Urza, you get to chill for a bit. The winner of myself and Arrow Razor will go up against Bodhi or Lunar Ray Games. And then the loser of that is who you face in the next round of the losers bracket. So that's what you have to look forward to, but you do get to chill for a little bit.
I get the losers bye.
You do get the losers bye. And you know, there's not really like bad players in this tournament. There's just a lot of really, really good players just across the board.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just from seeing what happens in these asyncs that we've been running, just there's no bad players here. So I think this is going to be a great tournament. If I'm out in the first 2 rounds and get to do comms for the rest of the tournament, I don't even mind that much. So
yeah, honestly,
same here. This one's going to be a really fun one to watch because, as we've seen, there is a route.
Yeah, and I will say this was a unique seed in that we had Vertical and Oculus early.
Yeah, it was pretty nice in that regard.
So, and then just keycard flood at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my present access?
I think we had a few decent damage options. We had like Eye Orb, there was like that Nether Orb, a couple of good spells as well.
Nether
then we had
was, Nether was plus, Blood was plus, Eye was regular.
I mean, Jin was obviously plus.
Oh yeah, Jin. Yeah.
Jin is how I just rolled through Sandman. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, Urza, do you have any last thoughts before we wrap up this episode?
Just don't fight bosses with minus orbs. Just don't do it. Everyone learned from my mistake.
How about you, Bun? Congratulations again, but do you have any last thoughts before we wrap up?
Thank you for having me. It was really fun competing with you. I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament.
Yep, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Zed, thanks for joining me in the booth.
I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah. It's going to be plenty of really good races in this tournament coming up. And we are very passionate about this game, so expect a lot of nice comms and really good races here on the Speedgaming family of channels. But until then, thanks everybody for hanging out with us.